Let's go! Game 5 is here between TSM and Cloud9, and honestly, if your friends aren't watching this series with you, can you even call them friends? This is where you want to be. This is the match you want to watch. One of these teams' years is over, and the other heads to the World Championship.
And the confidence of the top laners, double ignite here. We got Fudge and Huni, no flash, and you know what that means. Attention towards the top side. And Spica has been so good in the early games and also does have the early jungle advantage here. Lee Sin against Diana. Diana is not a threatening ganker, and I think that is going to give Huni a little bit more confidence to play with the ignite, even though he is on a champion without a dash. So this is going to be really interesting. Gwen has not been seen a lot in pro ever since the latest round of nerfs. The attack speed removed off the E. It is half the attack speed bonus it used to be at level 1, which is a lot of where people really felt this champion had its biggest power. You know, you have the E level 1, you just run straight at your opponent, utilize that bonus attack speed, utilize that bonus damage to really create big advantages. And Perkz also back to the Irelia after what was, admittedly, a pretty up and down game. He had some good moments. He had a lot of moments where I'm sure he would like it back, where he wasn't able to execute on the level that he wanted. But this is a guy who has been supremely confident in his own play throughout his entire career. One bad game does not shake Perkz. If he feels it's the right pick, he's going to go to it.
And we get the top lane fight between two recently nerfed top lane champions. Huni, one of the only players I've seen play Nocturne after the passive minion nerfs.
Yeah.
Many top laners hopped off of Gwen. She's still around a little bit since the early game E attack speed nerf. You mentioned that a second ago. I still think Gwen's late game scaling is amazing. I'm still not a big Nocturne fan, but to his credit, Huni has made it work when he's played it for the most part, and he's going to have early lane pressure level 2 next minion.
And they'll have, you know, multiple semi-globals, right? The Ryze ult plus the Nocturne ult, the ability to try to collapse on plays that Cloud9 may not be ready for. I like Swordart here playing in dismounted form. I just think it's the superior way to actually play in the early levels. The threat of the W flash flip, it's almost impossible to react to, where it's actually quite easy to react to a mounted W. So if you are trying to threaten any sort of potential all-in, as he was when it was level 2 to level 1, it's good to stay unmounted. And then as soon as it's more even playing field, you often want the shield from the crashdown available, so then you remount, and you are just kind of seeing Swordart, obviously very comfortable on the champ, knows how to play it out, and playing appropriately.
It's a pretty standard 3-wave play here from Huni. Going to be... let's see if he's going for pushing it all the way in or if he's making it go back to him. You can kind of go either way because you can hard push on this wave or just say, actually, you know, it's on your side of the turret. As long as the cannon minion dies, it's going back to me, and I can kind of receive this freely under my turret. Lee Sin is on his side of the map. I forget what read they had on the opposite road, but Blaber is indeed pathing top to bot.
Yep, and Huni just wants to shove because he is getting low on mana. He has one more charge on that corrupting potion, but you're getting to the danger zone here. With Ignite available on Fudge,
yeah, he's got mana. But jungle difference, right? Like, that's the thing, is I think they've both surmised which way the junglers are, so when you can kind of play on the edge. Because Fudge is like, well, is he baiting me? Or is he inting? And it's like, if he's baiting me, I'm just dead, because I have no flash. If he's inting, I still don't want to get him.
Well, and that's why Fudge is playing it pretty safe, right?
Yeah.
He's not fully committing to it. He's just trying to fight enough that he can't get the wave to crash, and not so much that if the Lee Sin's in the brush, you're dead, right? And that's kind of the line you want to walk here. And Fudge does play it well. He did a really good job of actually Eing out of many of the Qs that Huni was shooting, and that kind of created some of the advantage. But that being said, the wave is going to push away from him. Blaber just got spotted on that deep ward, and Fudge is still down on farm.
Yeah, nicely done. I don't know whose ward that was. I want to say it was Huni off of one of the earlier pushes, but I'm not sure about that one. Either way, definitely a value ward to know where Diana was pathing through. I think she walked by a different ward afterwards, but still good info as the recalls come in. TP is held for the Nocturne as he's walking back to his lane now. Temporarily a farm lead for the Gwen, but I don't believe there's too many minions denied, so plenty for Huni to farm.
Yeah, and it does get awkward here. Now, this is the spot where you kind of want coverage from your jungler as the Gwen, because you've used your potions, your opponent just bot, and you need to get the wave shoved. So you're always at risk. We know that Lee Sin is on the bot side. I think they had a slight bit of vision.
Wow.
They're
going to try to get Huni off this wave. Okay. I mean, he'll lose a lot of farm here, right? The cannon's going to go down, all the other minions as well. This is a really, really nice play. It's just, yeah, Perkz losing his entire TP. He's actually losing a wave himself, to be clear. But they're denying even more off of Huni.
Maybe Fudge just TP's mid, and that's actually the answer. But this gets awkward as Huni's going in. Powerofevil is here.
Finds a fear, but Blaber's here as well. 3v3, here we go. There's going to be a fight. It's so much been about the early game, and Perkz getting a bit low. Will have to burn his flash to stay alive, and he does so. Ignite traded for his flash again. They denied a lot of farm, but Perkz lost a similar amount in mid.
Yeah, it's hard to say if it's worth. Honestly, you kind of have to see the extended play. The fact that you use your flash and TP to deny some minions while losing some of your own, I think they were hoping that that would have gone better for them. But it is a deep TP flank here from the Gwen. They want to try to collapse on this.
Blaber dives on, and he's going to take a lot of damage, though he's been shot up. Does he have a smite? Yes, he does. Going to be okay for now. Now looking at Spica, looking at Powerofevil. But can the rest of the team even be there? Huni trying to get towards level 6. He won't get it off this wave. There's no way. And so ultimately, he's not going to be part of this fight. They're still chasing in for more damage. Powerofevil now attacked yet again. Does have his flash. Doesn't matter. First blood comes through for Fudge. That TP was great.
Cloud9 not giving up on the aggressive plays. This has been their signature in this series. Even when one play does not work, they are not dissuaded. They go for the next aggressive play. The TP flank from the level 5. Oh, that was kind of clean. Nicely done there from Perkz dodging out. Swordart just trying to hold the wave so Spica can come and actually collect this. But Perkz has to be a little bit careful now as more members are coming in. But grabbing that first blood, going towards the early Bramble, really nice here for Fudge. Getting that early Bramble completion against Nocturne and Lee Sin is going to have you feeling pretty safe. It's mostly about the extended fights that he wants to win out on. Does lose a little bit of experience, but we'll see how much of that he can recoup as the wave does crash.
And we look back at the bottom lane right now. 600 gold lead to Cloud9. A replay of the first fight into the second one.
Okay, so how many minions are there actually? There's 5 range minions, there's a cannon, there's 2 melee minions. So plus the next wave coming in, so that's a lot. Like he's getting denied off of 2.5, 3 waves there. So that is pretty significant. The cost is TP and flash, a full wave mid, to deny 2.5-ish waves, right? So that's kind of the look there. Huni would have been in range for a little bit of the experience. Whether or not it's worth it is really hard to say. It's just kind of going to be the extended play where we decide that. But this ward ended up meaning so much. And Blaber, I thought he went in too early. I actually thought this was going to be a death. But the smite heal coming through bought a lot of time. And then they just have the extended chase. Because every time Gwen E's and gets that the cooldown on that E is lowered. So they just keep going forward, continue the chase, committing to Powerofevil, and doesn't end up being able to get that flash. He was trying to find a good spot to flash. You know, just I think flash in a straight line wouldn't have done it. I wonder if he could have, you know, maybe just flashed out early over the wall or something. But I think his read was they can't actually make this chase down happen. Gwen isn't 6.
Right, and I mean, her item was Bramble Vest, right? She didn't come in with boots or, you know, a couple of amp tomes, whatever. It's like, yeah, I accept the read that they don't have the damage, but turns out PoE didn't have any durability either, and you can chase down a level 5 Ryze. He doesn't have many tank stats, and that was a correct assessment on Cloud9's side. FTX gold advantage, 1,100. That is more than just the kill. That is them out-farming in the lanes. A flash to safety for Zven means that counterpunch, though, on a Swordart, he's got to flash away as well.
Flash for flash. It is off the carry, though. TSM come out healthier in the trade. With the early Vamp, I'm curious if this is going to be Shield Bow with Hail Blades again, or if it's going to be Eclipse, right? Because I was expecting, we talked about this in the earlier game, where it was a bad early game, but they're going in.
Already the clash down. Swordart locks them up. The ulti there as well. That's one, and they're going to find 2 for nothing. TSM with the bot diff.
Man, you could see Swordart in the player cams there popping off, knowing how big that was for the team. Double kill onto Lost is massive, and it was off of the support experience. The earlier level 6 for the Rell, they go for the hard commitment to that play, and they get so much off of it.
But Fudge still wants to be the difference maker. Slightly down in farm, but has a bunch of priority here. Spica does have his smite, waiting for Blaber to come around before they pop the eye. Still 300, burst it in. There's the smite, no problem. Claimed by Cloud9, well done there. Herald is in.
The gold advantage, the FTX gold advantage here, slightly in the favor of TSM, but ever so slightly. We'll have to see what they can get done here. And it's just off the level up. He goes in, and it is this trade of flashes, and this is kind of what prompted it. Vulcan getting fairly low off the play, and then is sort of just hiding in the brush when he levels. I think he probably, let's see. We didn't see the initial start of it. So it's actually, wow. It was actually the Vulcan engage. He levels up off of a minion death. That was a level 5 versus level 5 engage. The minion kill there, giving him the experience, the immediate level up, and he was absolutely popping off. He knows how big that is, wants to get back to Worlds. I mean, this guy was in the World Finals, comes to TSM here, wants to be able to find success here in North America to push his team towards a potential title here in summer. They were first in the regular season. High expectations for them and for him coming into summer here and trying their best to live up to those.
And here we go. First dragon of the game. Gonna go TSM's way, holding the gold lead now and the objective lead. We'll wait to see what Rift Herald does. That should put something back toward Cloud9's way, but not a single turret has lost a plate, so it's just gonna be the 320 for the crash. And that means TSM should well and truly be in the lead on the scoreboard. We are seeing double longsword come through. Still not sure what it's going to be for Zven.
Spica has flash. There's no flash on the bottom laners there from C9. So if they step forward, they can easily get kicked in.
Topside fight could look pretty decent. Huni gets some decent damage across. Fudge, though, it would appear back with the Q. Is again, with Bramble Vest, he's actually pretty tanky in the 1v1.
Yeah. I think it's a really hard extended fight for Huni to actually win. Especially because the ulti from Gwen is just going to get more value in the 1v1, straight up. It is more powerful in that situation. So if you take the extended play, Conqueror fully stacked versus Conqueror fully stacked, Gwen with the ulti, I expect to really come out on top. And it's honestly just going to get worse once Riftmaker's done. I think that mythic for Gwen is much bigger than whatever Huni's going to complete as his first item. It's just, the champion almost becomes a different character entirely once you have that completed. The sustain is so incredibly high, and Ignite is there to reduce some of that, to help negate some of that, but man, it is just such a nasty combo.
It is. But TSM moving the players around the map, looking around the top river right now. No Herald to play for a while, but maybe the chance at a top lane play. Not going to happen here either, though. Blaber and Vulcan going to spot out, knock down the ward. Okay, still waiting for where the turret plates will be claimed. One turret plate taken in the bot lane for TSM. Looks like Herald top to accelerate Gwen. I think that is the exact right champion to give money. They now have 4 champions, call it 5 right now in the top lane.
But look at the map. Everyone's moving up here. It's 5v5 in the top lane at 12 minutes. Will there be a commitment to a fight?
Braum ult onto Lost. They dive in 1 for nothing, and they might find a second there. No flash for Swordart trying to walk away. He just barely does so. 2 turret plates die in the top lane, the third just at 1 HP. A second kill on the board for Cloud9.
That aggressive move from Cloud9. I believe it was this ward in the entrance that actually spotted them just a little bit lower off screen as they walked in, and they commit to it over the wall here. I think that ward would have been the one that spotted them, prompts them to go in, fully committing to it. Perkz flashing in, no hesitation this time. It was around this top lane in the previous Irelia game that he didn't commit his flash, that he whiffed on the ulti. The play turned bad for them this time around. Yeah, let's see it. Yep, it is. Exactly. This ward right here spots you coming in. Cloud9 wants to go over the wall. Vulcan tags him with the ulti. No hesitation. E, ult, flash, Q from Zven. They get the shutdown. They get the tower plates. That is a big strike back there for Cloud9.
Great aim by Vulcan. That ult was basically unflashable. Even if you knew it was coming and you didn't, right? He was in fog. There's no way that there's any option for loss once that comes down. So well played by Cloud9. Even though the dive was identified, it was still played better.
And this Diana game, for Blaber, it's night and day versus the last one that he was playing. He was really struggling in that game. He was down in farm. He wasn't really being able to get involved whatsoever. He has been involved in a minor role, but I mean, he's up in farm. He has matched the Lee Sin in every turn. And Lost is in trouble again.
Lost wanted a turret plate, and Lost gonna get chased down. His cleanse is already gone. He burned the flash, but maybe they find the re-engage. It's crashed down for 1. Swordart buys some time, but here come the teleports. It's gonna be a 4 versus 3, but a Kalista ult brings him right back to safety. Easy walkway for now for Powerofevil. Can Perkz find a stun? This seems unlikely. Oh, it's gonna be on the front line. It's big damage. It's gonna be a kill. Swordart is down.
No hesitation there from Cloud9. Again, the counterplay on the TSM move. It was PoE first to TP, but Perkz makes no mistake connecting on the stun there. He is really on fire over these last 2 games, and Cloud9 looking for more.
Slow. That could be a stun. It's going to be a flash get away, but here comes Nocturne as well. Will it be enough of a fight? PoE may just drop the Rell Morph. Oh, it's a kill, and they get to safety. TSM, hold on.
Oh, that was so close to being so much more there for Cloud9. TSM get a much-needed kill back. Being able to escape there, huge for Powerofevil. Committed the flash, committed the Rell Morph, needed to get out, and he did.
And the gold is on Lost. If you ask most people who's the weak link on TSM, they'd say that man down to the bottom lane, but he's got 3 kills. He's the one picking them up.
And I think a lot of people might be singing a different tune from today. I think Lost has played a great series here for TSM, was critical in a lot of their wins. The counter TP here from Perkz He drops the stun very far back, then gets in range for the Q, dashing in onto Lost, finds the stun onto Swordart. Didn't have the angle to actually get it in onto Lost himself, but good target selection. They look for the chase, and these kind of plays can build so much momentum. It was critical for TSM to be able to fight back here, to be able to get something back in this extended play. We can see in live, TSM is doing the dragon, and Powerofevil flashes out there. We're back to live.
Irelia ult is on, looking for the resets. Will they find an actual team fight? Pulled in by Diana, and it's again going to be Swordart falling. Lost has to run, but Lost only has a cleanse. Will it be enough with Rend? It seems unlikely. Burns the summoner, but dies anyway. Health bar's not low enough for it to matter. Huni cannot come back in.
Vulcan was so big in that fight, creating so much space and just blocking all of the damage as his team piled forward there, putting up the wall and using Braum to facilitate the dive, to facilitate the engage. Cloud9 are looking so confident. Huni tries with the Q, but no chance of getting that when Blaber had his smite available. Riftmaker is complete there for Fudge. You have to imagine that Perkz is getting close to his Mythic being completed. Mythic is done for Zven. It is the shield bow, so this may just be the intended build from the previous game, ahead or behind, because he's having a good time this game. And with all of these Mythics coming online, Cloud9 will continue to pile on the pressure, continue to keep up.
It is TSM at least getting something, though. There is always a counterpunch for both of these teams. Gold lead not massive, certainly answerable here, one dragon apiece. And as we haven't found an actual turret kill, a Rift Herald charge will basically equalize the game with first turret gold. And that's happening right now.
And Powerofevil is in a pretty good position here. He has a ton of farm.
No stun for Perkz means no resets. The Q that can nearly kill him has to jump away. He's going to stay alive. Rushed the Gore Drinker, by the way. Before it was Ruin King. A possibility could have been Wit's End, but he's like, hey, it's 4 melee. 3.5. I mean, Ryze and Kalista are kind of short range, but we're Gore Drinker. We're staying alive. Does so in this one.
And I think he's going to be going for the tanky teamfight build. I think it's going to be Sterix. TSM looking to threaten the wraparound, but C9 has the cover. These two teams back and forth, so evenly matched over the course of the series. Powerofevil has a significant farm advantage, has the Everfrost, can get a lot of value there with the Spellflux and the Everfrost against 4 melee. If you can find that fight, if you can stay safe and start getting multiple rounds of spells out, you can take over. And he's going to be one of the guys that they're relying on to pressure in the side lane as well, because Huni, I don't think he's in a favorable matchup really against the Irelia or the Gwen at this point, who both have gotten kills, who both have additional gold.
Realm Warp, just got to sidestep all of it. Baits out a couple of ultis, though, and is able to walk out. Not a bad one for Powerofevil, but it will be top lane turret dying. First turret of the game goes Cloud9's way. FTX gold advantage 2.2 thousand, and Swordart Hex flashes the wall, but cannot find an engage to get it any closer. At least not just yet.
Yeah, Powerofevil playing it properly. But Vulcan as well, throwing the ultimate at the corner of the Realm Warp, that is where he would have to go. Either way, they zone him out with that ulti. They do take that tier 1. And Fudge back down to this bottom side here. He is going towards split push build. It's likely going to be Nashor's as his next one here. Ready to scrap. It's not a Zhonya's rush, more for the 5v5.
Oh, yeah. And Huni's not even really dedicating many of his cooldowns. He's saving his W shield.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's, some of the damage you're just not blocking, the deck that you're not gaining. Whatever, now his Fear is back up, so the fight looks better next time around if he wants to try. But as you mentioned, once the Mythic comes in, it makes it tough to look at. Of course, Fudge is stacking armor. Armor scales really well with functional Omnivamp, which is what he's got through Riftmaker and, half the kit. So, pretty well positioned in the 1v1 against Huni, as you mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think at this point in the game for Huni, you're just on wave clear duty. You're not trying to commit to the fight. And Cloud9 are going to use that pressure here. They have mid pushed in. They're trying to invade, get down some wards. It is pretty early, but they're just looking to start fights. They're looking to attack camps. It's not about the dragon right now. It's about just posturing aggressively, finding fights because they feel that they are in a winning position right now.
Here we go, into the mid lane. Minute 40 on Dragon, no one's close to Soul, but as you mentioned, Cloud9 happy to take almost any fight that's equal numbers because they are ahead, and they're ahead in, I believe, every single role in every single lane. The exception may be in the bot lane, as Lost has 3 kills to his name. Otherwise, though, pretty much pick any 1v1, and yeah, there's more gold on Cloud9's side. So, 2,500, Huni at least gets some access to the wave, is going for the tankier build of a Gore Drinker. All right, no stride breaker, assassinate a backliner, slow him down, chase him. No, he's got to be a bruiser in the front. Makes sense in the context, but now Swordart is going to catch the wave and let Huni get some time with the turret.
Nicely done. Swordart on the threaten there. I don't actually think that they could have had a 2v1 kill, but he doesn't know that it is just the two. I don't think he has full awareness of where everyone is. So just going to play a little bit more cautiously, back it up. Cloud9 are trying to play the map. You can see Perkz was pushing in top lane. Zven, Blaber, and Vulcan trying to get mid lane, going in the right direction, trying to push up and threaten that. And with Huni basing, Fudge will just, again, look to push out, look to prep for this dragon. 35 seconds until it is up. Infernal Soul, going to be a key one, I think, for two teams that are very kind of front-heavy as far as their damage. A lot of burst on both sides here.
Pinging around. We know there's ward coverage on the Baron, and in fact, it's going to be started here. This is sneak. Yeah, there is no Cloud9 vision. Perkz has an inkling. Maybe? Yeah, they're waiting around. They know they have to walk over to this one. As TSM pull them across, as they're engaged, they found Vulcan. They're going to pull the Nocturne ulti. Is this the fight? Gwen's on the wrong side of the map without the ability to teleport just yet. This 5v4 could be good. Rell not going to go for anything. But here comes the re-dive. Swordart's in. Isn't going to be enough damage, though, as the front lines go back and forth. Stopwatch the burn, but no one's yet dead.
Here's
and
Fudge.
the re-engage comes in. Perkz knocks down Huni. Perkz knocks down Swordart. And he is here to claim his throne of the LCS. A triple kill, and TSM are pushed off the map.
They're going to get the Baron. This is huge. 3K up already. Cloud9 win the fight. They're going to look for the Baron. It's up to Spica for some heroics, but they're turning on him. No chance of the steal.
He's in a 1v3, and the other two have pretty much no problem going for it. Perkz going to be all right with this one. Blaber sitting around as well.
Low.
You got to be a little careful. PoE has teleport, but nowhere to send it right now. Looking just to walk at them, of course, as he's alive, and yeah, can't just do more than look at the Baron. As the respawns come in for the rest, they're nowhere around.
They want
Flashes in for damage, re-engage in for the Cloud9. Is it going to kill him? Yes, it will. Blaber is good for one, and Spica's got to get out for two. Baron being worn purple, the color of royalty. Cloud9 looking to be the kings of the LCS. TSM about to be the jesters, as Huni has to walk away. The flash follow. Perkz wants it all, but can't get it just yet. Diana ult comes in. Fudge with the kill. One trade it back, though. Lost only gets the one as it's going across for Gwen for two. A third comes in for Zven. It's 12-4, and TSM, they can buy a roster, but they can't buy a win.
Cloud9 erupt into screams on the stage, winning a huge fight there. They know their chances are so good from this position. Cloud9 getting the fight, getting the Baron, winning the re-engage. As Huni TP'd in, they wanted to commit to it. TSM felt that they needed to get something back there, but they could not. Perkz closing the door, it feels like, on this game, as TSM wanted to look for the aggressive play. And the initial play, it looks like, hey, there's everyone here from TSM. They can maybe come out on top. Really nice sidesteps as well. Look at this sidestep from all three members on the Perkz ulti. That was beautiful from the TSM side. But everyone turning onto the TSM front line, bursting down Swordart. As Fudge arrives, his damage is insane. And Perkz is picking up the kills. They get the triple kill onto the Irelia. They zone out the Lee Sin. They take the Baron. And TSM have got to feel their LCS title hopes slipping away here. Powerofevil trying to force. They were trying to look for a big play. He gets a lot of damage in, but the flash in left him vulnerable on the turn. And with him going down, Huni can't fight his way in the 1v5. Zven zones them out. They continue to pile forward. And Perkz is getting the absolute maximum here out of his champion. Flashes in. Gore Drinker on 2. Into the stopwatch there, buying so much time. Lost even overcommitting, trying to pile in, trying to get something there. But it is all Cloud9.
Here we go. Time to punch a ticket to Worlds. Time to end TSM's season if you can make it happen. But first, a ward hop kick should find Vulcan. Over the top goes Swordart. Huni is alive. Is this a fight? But Blaber is here to shut it down. Gets one back out of the Nocturne. A knockup is in. Swordart wants in, but no. They cannot stop the solo lanes. There's too much power as 3 kills come back. And Powerofevil, yet to win a title in his career, will be stymied again. He can watch his empire fall around him, but it's 16-5. Cloud9 farther and farther and farther ahead. The Baron buff finally ends with almost 7,000 gold earned from the Red Bull Baron power play.
Just an insane advantage. Nearly 10,000, now 10,000 gold ahead before 25. Cloud9 coming up clutch when it matters most. Playoff Perkz well and truly has arrived. This man has built a career, has built a reputation on being clutch, on showing up in the important games. And he is definitely doing that here.
Even Danny's getting involved. To be fair, he wanted a Felios. It's not full credit. All right, Zven went back to playing Varus. You don't have to do it, Kyle.
Danny can join the Doug Trio now.
He can
be
I
our
would
third
love
member.
that. Danny, I know you're watching. Doug Trio next season.
All right, TSM, it's up to heroics. And really, when you look at the playmaking, it has to be Spica or Swordart. You need a miracle engage here to have a shot. You're down 10,000. You're losing sides. You're losing 5v5. So many powerful item completions are coming through as well. You know, Sterik's now done here for Perkz. The stopwatch is in for Zven. He's got the 2-item defensive build. Zhonya's already done. Blaber's on 3 items. Like, they have got to look for some sort of a play. And this is smart. Send your solo laner out to a side. Shadow him with the jungle. Try to find someone showing up to the wave. Huni even in the area for a Nocturne ulti. Because 3v1s, 2v1s, those are your only chance. And that's how you buy more time. Not to just turn the game around, but to get yourself some more time, some more opportunities to farm. But it's Cloud9 as a squad moving up here. Vulcan flashing the wall. They want this.
Hard flashes to get in there. Q's going to land before he can spell shield, and this could be the chase down. Ulti's going to get stopped, but it means that's Perkz can stun afterwards. No way out for Huni. Buys a second with Gorge Drink, but they've got to have the damage. This has got to actually happen, and it does. Perkz now dominating 6-0-9.
And Fudge had the read. As soon as they got this catch onto Huni, everyone from TSM moved to the bottom side, tried to find Fudge. And look where Fudge is. He is back. He is recalling. He is staying safe because Cloud9 knows the TSM win conditions. It's find someone in the side. It's find an odd man fight because that is your only hope. But Cloud9, 12,000 gold ahead. They are on what looks to be the victory march.
Trying now. 12,000 gold, as you mentioned. First turret's going to die. Looking at the respawn for Huni in 10 seconds. They know almost any team fight is going to be a Cloud9 win unless something catastrophic happens there. Inhibitor will take its last breath. Yeah, he's going to walk up and kill it. Okay, that's it for now. Baron's up in 30. Set that one up. Take any fight. Use it to end the game.
Trying to push in these multiple waves. Keep the pressure on. If they see the window, Cloud9 can definitely die before it, but they don't need to risk it. Keep Fudge out on the map. He has a TP. He's got 3 items plus a Bramble. There's no shot anyone can win a 1v1 against him. I mean, compare the items here between Huni and Fudge. It's just not even close, and Cloud9 are laying a trap here.
Great sidestep PoE baited the Braum Q with the flash ult for Blaber, sets up 3. Swordart buys some time and gets pulled right back out. Romort brings in nobody. That was excellently played, disengaged by TSM.
Yeah, that was critical, but still, flash off Powerofevil, flash off of Spica. You turn to the bear and you say, all right, what do you got for the next try? Because they are going to be on it. There's no shot TSM can get over here. They know it. So even though they escape, even though that was well played, they lose the Baron, and now the Dragon is on the table here as well. But I don't even know if Cloud9 care. They have pressure here on the map. They want to get the waves moving in the right direction. And the game is not going to get better from them from here. So they want to try to end this game. They're massively ahead. They have everything they need.
So the Drake is alive, but do you even want to try to contest this one? Theoretically, actually, it could have been snuck, right? Cloud9 crossing their T's out of the Ryze. They're taking a full recall and saying, all right, let's just shop up. We don't care. Dragon Soul's not a game plan. Let's go for it. End of the day, yeah. Honestly, TSM had the chance. They could have snuck it in, but if Cloud9 wanted to look, they were going to lose, and it will be Cloud9 getting the maximum.
Yeah, and it's tough because you can look for those sorts of plays as TSM, but what if you get double TP'd on?
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to lose the game off of a Dragon that's not even going to be enemy's soul. Their only hope down this much is not one Dragon. It is a catastrophic series of events for Cloud9, and I think their call is our best shot at making that happen is a base defense, is delaying the game. But Cloud9 have so many luxury items. Zhonya's done top jungle. You have Sterik's in the mid lane. You've got GA, Locket. You have so many things that TSM is going to have to push through, and it's so difficult to do when you're this far behind.
Mika is stunned, but he's able to jump back with the safeguard. So just fine for now. FTX gold advantage, 14,000. Absurd. They have basically a 6th member worth of gold at this point in time, maybe even above that one. As now the bottom turret's under fire. Mid lane doesn't have much of a wave. Slowly but surely the bot lane is getting attacked. Yeah, indeed, no one is helping push in mid, so that is just simply going to get cleared out by the Nocturne. Perkz takes on the last minion, and here comes reinforcements. Bot lane turret is gone. With this turret gone, you do not fight. You let the inhibitor die, you try for the next one. Superman is coming in for the top lane. Mid untouched, but this could be enough as they walk in 2 waves at once, quickly cleared by the Ryze, and now they go on the turrets. TSM must fight, and Swordart starts it off. Nocturne here as well, but do they have what they need? Here comes Diana, pulls in 3, big damage. This could be the death knell. Cloud9 in for 3, Cloud9 in for 4, and Cloud9 will end TSM's year. Cloud9, North America's best international team, are headed